Okay, group, one more assignment. This one is going to be really fun because we're going to talk about food. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google, and then you're going to type in beef, beef council. Okay, then you'll see beef. It's what's for dinner. If you've ever heard that quote, it is a very famous quote, and it is basically the slogan for the beef industry. So that is really important. So here we're here at the Beef Council, and we've got beef. It's what's for dinner, and the job of the Beef Council, or the beef checkoff, is really it's another name that you can call it, is that they basically try to promote the beef industry, and they tell people how to use the product. They teach people how the product is raised. Here you can see the nutrition, things that are happening in the industry. You can find out in the newsroom. So you guys can definitely explore this website. It's a very good website to get your information from. But what we're going to do is you guys are going to find a recipe or share with me your favorite recipe using beef. There are some really awesome ones, and if you really want to go above and beyond, you can make the recipe at home, since you guys are at home with your families, or if you are a great chef by yourself and you're allowed to use the stove and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you guys are, but if you're allowed to cook when you're at home doing your virtual schooling, then that'd be awesome if you guys could make something and then share it with me. Send me a picture and give me the recipe. That would be so awesome. But if you don't have the ability to cook, that's totally fine. Another option for you guys is just to send me a link to the recipe that you found, or if you want to copy that over to a Word document and then kind of design a little recipe card, that would be really awesome as well, and that would be a great way to use your resource. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of show you around the website a little bit and different ways that you can look up things. So you see I'm going to click on cuts, and then I can come down and I can see different options that I can look up. But the thing that I really love is that I can come down here to the different cuts of meat, and I can pick one out and pick my recipe based on that. So if I know that I really love loin, and one thing I want to mention too is that your loin and your sirloin are going to be your most tender cuts. And the reason for that is because they're in the back strip of the animal, right? They're on that top that's like going kind of down by your spine, right? You can't even see me, sorry. It's kind of going down their spine. So like if this is our animal, this is their head and this is their tail, the loin's right here, right? It's right in their back, and it doesn't get much movement. They're not using their legs, muscles. It's really just a muscle that's just carried with them. So they don't use that muscle as much, which is what makes it so tender, which is a really great cut of meat, and it tends to be a little more expensive because it's a very highly wanted cut of meat. So if I want a sirloin, I'm going to use that. All right, so then there's different cuts that you can get from the sirloin. And then these will kind of explain those cuts, and you can kind of just explore through it. Maybe I want a filet. Ooh, that sounds yummy. So then I go down, and it'll tell me a little bit about that, and then tell me different ways that I can cook that filet. And I'm going to grill it because grilling is really delicious. You see I went back here because I noticed that we have nutrition that is really, if that's something that your family is into keeping track of, or if you're into keeping track of it, then that's something that it will be provided here for you on that, and that's based on the serving size amount. So, okay, I'm going to go to grilling now, and they'll just give me the basics of grilling and how to really get that piece of meat cooked. But if you want specific recipes, I'm going to go back to home, and then I'm going to go straight to recipes. Okay, so then this gives you different options. I really love ground beef things. Spaghetti is one of my favorite things to eat. I could eat spaghetti every day of the week. So I'm just going to go down, and there's so many options. You have tacos, and you have pasta sauce, burritos. I mean, it's just the options are endless. So I said I really liked pasta, so I'm going to go with this pasta sauce. And again, it gives you your cook time and your calories and your protein and that health information that's important. All right, so then this is gonna tell me how to cook it. Again, I have the nutrition, and then I have my butcher information. So ground beef comes from all cuts of meat. Yep, so once I have a scrap or something didn't fit right, or maybe, okay, so like when the butcher does your cuts for like your chucks and your round steaks and things like that, they'll cut it to a certain poundage or a thickness, and then if you get a thickness that's only, say, a 1/4 inch thick and you wanted 1/2 inch steaks, that 1/4 inch steak is going to get thrown in the to the burger pile, and then it will get ground up into ground beef. So if I come up, I can get my ingredient list. It's just a really great thing for you guys to be able to kind of explore the different things that you can do with this product. So go ahead and explore, and like I said, you can look at different things about raising the beef too. There's so many things that we could talk about, but I'm trying to keep it a little more simple. And yeah, so let me know what questions you guys have, and hopefully you guys have some beef laying around that you can cook something up, because that would be so awesome if you could show me one of the recipes you found, and then maybe I'll cook at my own kitchen. I'll show you guys how bad of a cook I am. So I look forward to seeing what you guys do, and I need to stop sharing.